This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Right now at 6, heartbreak, outrage, and sadness. A 16-year-old boy and his 15-year-old sister are dead tonight, gunned down inside their Northeast Side apartment.
And tonight, the search is on for the killer. This happened just before 7:30 at the Post Brook Apartments near 42nd Street and Post Road on the city's Northeast Side.
Family members identified the victims as Ashlyn and Nicholas Nelson. A spokesperson for Lawrence Township Schools said they were newly enrolled students at Lawrence North High School. When police arrived on scene this morning, a male ran from officers. The IMPD SWAT team, K-9 officers, and the IMPD drone searched for that suspect but could not find him.
These are pictures of someone the police are calling a person of interest in this case. They are asking for your help in identifying this person. IMPD will not say when or where these pictures were taken. If you know who this is, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS.
Tonight, family members are heartbroken over this news. Along with anti-violence leaders, they are calling on the entire community to come together to fight the violence.
RTV6's Nicole Griffin is continuing our coverage tonight with the emotional community reaction.
I talked to the mother tonight of Nicholas and Ashlyn Nelson. She tells me the two were great kids that just kept to themselves and were excellent students. She was far too upset to speak to us on camera. I'm also hearing from anti-violence leaders who spend time here in this community, and they tell me it's going to take more than just their effort to reduce the violence.
People just need to put the guns down, deal with situations different ways.
Sean Brown is the aunt of Nicholas and Ashlyn Nelson.
It hurts so bad. These are kids that are good children. They don't bother anybody. Go to school, come home, you know. I mean, I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
The teen's mother says Nicholas was a smart kid. He had a 4.6 GPA and was hoping to attend Purdue University. She remembers her daughter Ashlyn as a quiet young lady who kept to herself but was also very sweet.
Most of these are written by kids the same age as the kids that done lost their life just this morning, are written by kids.
Ron G. is the founder of the group Ceasefire Indy. The names on this poster he's holding were written at a recent event listing those who were lost to violence.
Everyone is losing someone to gun violence, you know, and it's up to us to try to stop it. So if you see a person that has a gun, tell them, nah, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. We ain't on that. Speak positive. If you really care for your loved one or your homie, as we call them, or your bro, like we call them, tell them, nah, we ain't with that. We ain't with that.
Ron was also shot on Christmas Eve last year, but is still out spreading the message about stopping the violence, the killings, and putting the guns down.
Where are they getting these guns from? You know, what are we going to do to stop this? You know, so it takes more people putting in the effort. Even if you don't live in this community, try to put in the effort to help us out, because we're pleading out for help.
You know, I can't sit in this community and let stuff like this happen. You know, I mean, these kids that got killed this morning is a sad situation. You know, sometimes we got to put ourselves in that parent's position. You know, I mean, what if it's my child, your child, you know, whatever. I mean, we all just have to step up now. It's not just going to take one person to do it. It's going to take everybody.
These local leaders say they are tired of seeing mothers crying every day, experiencing pain that never leaves, and young lives taken too soon. Working for you on the Northeast Side, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
And the children attended Lawrence North High School. Lawrence Township Schools released this statement that says, in part, quote, "We are working alongside the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and stand ready to support the Lawrence North High School community in any way."
Well, these murders took place in an area patrolled by the Indy 10-Point Coalition. Reverend Charles Harrison is the president of the 10-Point Coalition. He tweeted this shortly after the news broke, quote, "There does not seem to be a place of safety from this senseless violence." He added that this area had gone 430 days without a homicide. We talked to a 10-Point member who knew the victims.
These are basically our children too. We've been over here for over 400 days, and we built a relationship with all of them, and they trust us, and we kind of look at them and look up to them to be leaders over here. So when we found out the news, it was a terrible blow to us and the 10-Point Coalition. We didn't get wind of this, and because of not only us but others that didn't get wind of it, this is the outcome that we're having today.
Members of the 10-Point Coalition will be in the area tonight and plan to hold a vigil at some time in the future.
Tonight, we are working for you to explain new technology to protect you at the gas pump. Gas stations are now installing new technology to require chip card readers to help prevent credit card skimmers from stealing your cash. As RTV6's Stephanie Wade shows us, this helps eliminate the possibility that skimmers get placed at pumps.
Well, you'll notice something new if you're pumping your gas at either Kroger or Speedway gas stations. You can see they even placed a sign here to let people know that while paying for your gas, you'll have to insert your chip instead of swiping. The goal here is to prevent skimmers from stealing your money.
It was a little confusing this time.
We watched as people hesitantly inserted their card, closely following directions to make sure they were using the gas pump credit card reader correctly.
It's no more time, it's just a matter of patience.
If you've used one of these new machines, you'll notice you're asked to use your card's chip reader and keep it in there until the transaction is complete. Speedway says this additional layer of security validates the authenticity of the chipped payment card and avoids skimmers from stealing your information.
I'm not a big fan of the chip, but I do like the added security of it.
Anything that helps with our security, I'm definitely for. I've had credit cards that have been scammed before.
We spoke with 2 customers who say they've had their credit card information stolen. So this extra measure is appreciated.
I like any system that has privacy. I think people in America don't appreciate privacy as much as people like in Europe, where you have the GDPR and stuff like that that really protects you.
When you get the pump this far away from the eyes of those, so I can see where that happens. I mean, the cameras are only good for so much, but you get a box of put a big box truck here, you can block this, and the next thing you know, there's a skimmer on it.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Thanks, Steph. And Kroger says several Indianapolis fuel centers, as well as Anderson, Bloomington, Brownsburg, Crawfordsville, Danville, and Fishers are on the upgrade list. The Attorney General's office urges you to pay with a credit card instead of a debit card. That allows more options to dispute the charges if you do get skimmed. If you've been a victim of this scam, you can file a complaint at indianaconsumer.com.
Now to your Storm Team 6 forecast, and what a beautiful day to kick off the weekend. Look at this gorgeous blue sky, puffy clouds, comfortable temperatures, and the humidity has dropped quite a bit. So will this evening and the weekend be just as great? Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is the man to answer that question. Hey, Kevin.
All the pieces are coming together nicely, aren't they, Mark, for our Friday night and the weekend? I show you radar, not because we'll need it, but I want to zip to the north, sitting over Lake Superior. Big area of high pressure. We're on the mild side, actually the cool side of this, through the next 24 to 48 hours. That northeast-east wind will keep our temperatures below average. Clear skies tonight, cooler temperatures through the entire weekend. There's the northeast wind that I mentioned, around 10 miles per hour. 75, that's our current temperature. The sun sets at 8:30. Once that happens, with a little bit of a breeze, you might find it on the cool side of some of those high school football games tonight. Temperatures around the region range from 73 in Muncie to 78 in Lafayette and Terre Haute. Here are your metro temperatures. Again, any clouds that we have now will fade away. Through the evening hours, kickoff forecast 73 as we get Friday night football frenzy going. 9 o'clock tonight will be with clear sky and 69 degrees.
The Marion County Health Department has issued a violation to an East Side charter school for broken air conditioning. A parent at Tinley Genesis Academy reached out to RTV6 because some children have experienced nosebleeds. RTV6 is working for you, and we reached out to the health department. Inspectors found the school's HVAC system is not working. They also found slightly elevated levels of carbon dioxide in the building, as well as stained ceiling tiles. The health department gave the school until September 4th to address the problems. RTV6 is working for you and learning new information about the reasons behind the closure of a Southwest Side mobile home park. Residents of the I-70 mobile home park reached out to us this week saying they were not given enough notice, answers, or resources. In some cases, residents need to move their actual homes, which they own, but not the land beneath them. I-70 management said they're shutting down as an alternative to paying $100,000 in water pipe problems. Tonight, we heard back from Citizens Energy Group about those repairs. Citizens says the repairs would fix issues with the park's private sewer lines, but they are not mandatory. They've been in contact about the repairs for about a year, but haven't heard back from the park or its engineering firm since April.
It's a reunion for veterans across the country. The American Legion Convention takes place here in Indianapolis over the next week. It is the largest veteran service organization in the country and is devoted to advocacy, making sure military vets are taken care of in America. American Legion National Commander Brett Rystad said veterans are being treated well right now.
The country is giving, giving consideration to the veterans in many different ways, and deference to the veterans for their service to our country. And it's a far cry different than what I remember with the Vietnam era when I was young, and seeing how they were treated when they came back.
Both Vice President Mike Pence and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo are scheduled to speak next week at the convention. And now to Democracy 2020, and the brother of U.S. Senator Mike Braun is entering the race for a seat in Congress. Republican Steve Braun filed a Federal Election Commission candidacy statement today for the 5th Congressional District. It's the seat being given up by Republican Susan Brooks. Braun is a former Republican state representative from Zionsville and was appointed State Workforce Development Commissioner by then-Governor Mike Pence. Last year, Braun ran an unsuccessful campaign for the Republican nomination in the neighboring 4th District.
Well, the Larry Bird mural in Fountain Square looks a lot different today than it did a couple of days ago. As promised, the artist made changes. The image of the NBA legend you now see has all but one of the tattoos removed. The one that stays reads Indiana on his arm. You see it there. Bird and artist Jules Muck reached an agreement to make the modifications. The NBA legend objected to the original mural that showed him with multiple tattoos, which he does not have. Muck released a statement to RTV6 saying the mural is for Larry's fans and for Indy. She didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings or brand. She said she's flexible, so she changed it. You can see the mural on the building on the 1300 block of Prospect Street.
Governor Holcomb will be taking 2 big trips overseas to drum up business for Indiana. When and where, still ahead.
And taking kids from the classroom to career, the program giving high school kids a leg up to land a high-demand vocational career.
And I'm Dave First. We're live tonight at Franklin Central. Here we are, week 1 of Friday Football Frenzy. A very special night here for the Flashes as they honor one of their all-time great head coaches, Chuck Stevens. He'll join us live coming up.
Great way to start Friday Night Football and a great way to start the weekend. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. We'll talk about how we change as we go through the weekend coming up.
Ashley Home Store. This is home. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Governor Holcomb is traveling to Asia in the coming months to build business relationships that benefit Hoosier workers. He will be leading an economic development trip to Japan and South Korea from September 4th to the 10th. He'll lead another trip to China and India September 22nd to October 5th. Japan currently supports 319 business establishments in Indiana, the Republic of Korea 10, China 21, and India 7. And the governor will wrap up his second trip by joining the Indiana Pacers in Mumbai, where they will play the NBA's first games in India on October 4th and 5th.
As kids head back to school, RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers has been highlighting programs moving students from the classroom to career. The Heinz Career Center in Elwood serves more than 395 students from 7 school districts in Madison, Hamilton, Tipton, and Grant counties. It's helping students explore their options at a number of high-demand vocational careers, including welding, manufacturing, healthcare, public safety, cosmetology, and robotics, just to name a few. Bo Bailey is a senior learning about precision machinery. He's excited about the success stories from students who graduated from the program recently.
We had a guy that graduated here 2 years ago that went straight from high school to he's getting paid, I'd say around $25 an hour, 19 years old.
Now we're starting to see more of those students that are opting to associate degree with technical experience, because that's where a majority of the jobs are today and projected into the near future.
The programs at Heinz Career Center are expanding so fast there is now a demand for more space to accommodate more students. Local businesses are banding together with government and the school to build a larger facility in Elwood over the next 5 years. If you'd like to learn more about the programs offered at Heinz or read up on the admissions process, we provided a link for you at hiringhoosiers.com.
The transition to more comfortable temperatures is complete. Temperature stayed in the 70s for the second straight day. Humidity is way down, and our rain chance is pretty much non-existent until we get to later Sunday night. Then some thunderstorms are likely as we get to Monday and into Tuesday. Temperatures right now, just pick your level of comfort. In Wayne County, 71 right now. In Richmond, 78 in Terre Haute. Mid-70s, Putnam County and Greencastle to the lower 70s. In Delaware County, Muncie, it will be a perfect night for high school football, and they're still playing baseball. Victory Field, 73 will be your kind of first pitch forecast, and it's Friday night. That means fireworks after the game at Victory Field, and the wind will be out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's been a little stronger this afternoon. It will calm down some tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be a cool breeze once again. 2 coolest mornings are straight ahead. It won't last all that long. Monday morning, humidity starts to come back with the clouds around. Temperatures will settle into the mid-60s for overnight lows, but enjoy tomorrow morning a refreshing start. If you've got your windows open now just to let the drier air in with the humidity gone, enjoy. 53 tomorrow morning, potentially in Richmond. Other temperatures right around the mid-50s. Here's your weekend forecast. The only real change from Saturday to Sunday, we add a few more degrees. We'll add a few more clouds as well later in the day. Sunday, chance for showers will first arrive in southwest Indiana, and that would be well after sunset, I think, on Sunday, more likely midnight or so. Tomorrow's temperatures, you start down here and you see the climb, steady climb thanks to that sunshine, the wind out of the east-northeast, and temperature of about 75 degrees. There's the wind. It will be noticeable through the day tomorrow, and out of a cooler, drier direction. We showed you the area of high pressure over Lake Superior. The flow around that keeps us comfortable through the day tomorrow, and that's true wherever you would go, really, in the Midwest. Sunday, a few more clouds. There'll be mid to high level clouds through the afternoon hours, then thicken up as we get to the nighttime hours. There's one noticeable change. We should hit 80 for the high. Sunday temperatures around all of central Indiana, close to the 80-degree mark. Let's talk about the chance for rain. Sunday night at 11, there's cloud cover with the next weather system. A few showers in southwest Indiana. Much higher chance for rain and some thunderstorms as we get into the day on Monday. 7-day forecast, thunderstorms are likely Monday, still the chance Tuesday. Temperatures fall back into the upper 70s again Thursday and Friday as we dry things out for probably the remainder of next week. But everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice one.
What a nice little blessing for the weekend.
Thanks,
Very
man.
nice.
Well, it is a great night to kick off the high school football season and Friday football frenzy.
Sports Director Dave First joins us live from Franklin Central High School. Hey, Dave.
Fantastic night, guys. Week 1 Friday Football Frenzy. We're kicking things off this year here at Franklin Central. Yes, they played Decatur Central, which is a huge game in its own right, but head coach Chuck Stevens was here for 16 seasons, back from 75 to 1990, won 4 state championships, took the team to 6 state finals, and tonight we're going to honor him by renaming the field Coach Chuck Stevens Field. This is going to be cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exciting to see all the players come back and a lot of the fans. I had a lady came up that just told me I was here for the first one, so first game.
First game, yeah. It's been a few years.
Yes, it has. So, but it's quite a ride. So
when you're winning the state championships, a lot of younger people may not realize, but high school football and the tournament wasn't organized all that long before all of that. And for you guys to come along, that was a heck of a run you guys had.
Yeah, it was. It started off small, and then it just grew in popularity like wildfire. And our coaches did a great job of getting the IHSA to buy into football. And the biggest deal was when they finally went to the system we're in now, where every team's in the tournament, and everybody. There's a lot of criticism of it, but I think it helped make Indiana football.
And everything certainly changed over the years, too. I mean, back when you were coaching, you hand off the ball. Although we saw a flea flicker in the state championship back in 1990, but the game has changed so much. Have fun tonight. Enjoy this, okay?
I really will, and I appreciate your coming out here tonight.
No problem. Have fun. Chuck Stevens, legendary Hall of Fame head coach here at Franklin Central. Take a look at our Frenzy game plan. We've got this game covered for you tonight, as well as a ton of others in this Week 1, including the Horseshoe Classic, Lucas Oil Stadium. Don't forget that doubleheader tonight. Scores and highlights for you tonight at 11 o'clock, week 1 of Friday Football Frenzy. Well, the Colts with their usual day before a game, hit the hotel, getting ready for that next night. And in this case anyway, it's preseason game number 3 as they take on the Chicago Bears tomorrow night. Unlike the usual dress rehearsal where the starters play about a half or so, the Colts will actually sit their starters tomorrow night. Among the reasons, the analytics that say this year's team has been as healthy as they've been in a long, long time.
We've been healthier in this camp, and as a result, so we've run more plays than we did last year with less plays per individual, if that makes sense. More plays, but less plays per individual, so less stress because we've been healthier. We've had fewer injuries. So I think that was encouraging. I think the strength staff and those guys and the players did a great job of, doing the things necessary to try to stay healthy throughout training camp.
And the Bears won't be playing many of their starters either tomorrow night. So it could be interesting at Lucas Oil Stadium. Quickly to East St. Louis IndyCar with its final oval of the season this weekend. Worldwide Technology Raceway Gateway qualifying now underway. This was in practice earlier. Santino Ferrucci, the young rookie from Connecticut, a lap at 184.8 miles an hour. He led the first practice today. Point leader Joseph Newgarden was 4th. What an absolutely gorgeous afternoon and evening for week 1 of Friday Football Frenzy. We'll see you tonight for all the highlights at 11 o'clock.
On this 2019 Enclave Avenir.
It's just a coincidence, but we'll take it. The cooler temperatures, dry conditions, sunshine, and the weekend, same time.
And Friday Football Frenzy.
I'm not complaining. It's very nice.
Up next is World News. See you back here at 7.